Yeah, I mean, it's always good to come out with win, and those points are really crucial, knowing that it's going to make a difference to the final positioning. Probably wasn't the best game, it wasn't probably one of our overall best performance, but we were able to clamour when we needed to, and especially some of the turnover ball and getting it down to the other end was quite nice, knowing that we had to grind it out.
The fact that I only had 2 losses to Swifts this season, I think, and both to you, it looks was ugly win, still good?
Look, that's pleasing. I think it's one of those games that can go either way. It just sort of feels that tight, and either or both teams have the ability to beat each other, and it just feels like we're very close. Even though we're able to pull some of that stuff out in the dying moments, I think there were moments when we were really on the back foot as well. So I think that's great for the competition, and it's great that we were able to come out on top today. But as normal, we will meet them again. So we need to be prepared.
Laura Sherian was a little contained tonight by Rory.
Yes.
Yeah, she really sort of held back tonight. What were your thoughts on
I don't feel our overall unit worked together, and I thought we actually got ourselves really wide. We do have a strategy where we sort of do hit first and second channel, but I don't feel we also had the mindset of really attacking it, and we got caught up in the body. Laura, I think she had 2 wing defences on there, and Katrina coming in that second half. She's a big unit there, and she's an established player as well, and very experienced. So you've got to be able to work her to be able to receive the ball freely. I thought at moments we did that, especially going towards the end, but probably not enough. I feel probably, as I mentioned, our whole unit wasn't firing to the degree that we usually do, and that puts a lot of pressure on one person.
Sure.
So it's an area that we've really got to look at.
Can you tell us your thoughts on starting Maddie McAuliffe and Proscovia on the bench?
So I think we started with Jackie Russell coming in first up. One of the learnings that we had from last week was yes, the Netball World Cup players came back, but also those ones who hadn't taken the court or hadn't been playing also found it quite difficult to be able to get their legs out there. So we know that we've ran Jackie in the past, and we needed to actually get her out there on court to keep her in touch. Not only that, she's been pushing for a few months now to get her opportunity. So for a few of those reasons, we needed to start her. With Cara, I think it was giving her that opportunity to back up. It's the first time that she's done that over her career, so we wanted to see if she could do that and put out a consistent performance. We were waiting to see what was going to happen, whether we stuck with the starting 7 or when changes needed to happen. I was quite happy with the timing of the changes. I thought that when we did make those changes that there was a point of difference. And then Cara coming out, I think just to probably give a rest to Stephanie for her to be able to regroup herself. And then in the dying stages, when we needed a ball maker, then Steph comes back in and does her thing. I think there's areas that I know that we can improve on, but we'll take a lot out of today's game, and we'll be able to really identify those areas that we can be better on for next week.
Certainly when Steph came back
there. Cara done an amazing job out there. She did what she needed to do, but also we needed somebody that could actually take the ball to piece or pull the defence off, and that's what Stephanie does and does well. So if they have put two on piece, then Stephanie will come and shoot. So just the change ups, I think, worked at that time, but also I think those ones, as I mentioned, will get a lot of confidence out of that, and knowing that if we did make a change, that there is going to be an impact, and that's really valuable moving forward.
No, I mean the Lightning's really made a habit of winning games when they're on the line. They were 6 goals down in the final quarter,
Yeah.
and managed to find a way to win. What is it about this team that
Yeah.
they're able to do that?
To be honest, I wouldn't like to be in that. I don't want to be in that position where we are down. It's probably the first thing, because I think to some degree it's unnecessary, or the reasons why we have gotten ourselves down, and it's either through an error, which is in our attacking end, we've got ourselves too wide, and not keeping control of the ball. Sometimes I feel that we don't have to necessarily do the passes, and we've got more in our back pocket to be able to go back to the line and reset. However, we do know that we can get ball, and when we are down, we're not out, so to speak. But also, you know, realistically, when it does come down to that business end, and the likes of Swifts and Vixens, they're not going to cough up too much ball. We're quite lucky at the moment that our defence are creating, and that's definitely of our strength. And obviously, you know, with Carla coming in and doing her thing and getting turnovers, that's also very helpful as well. But I don't feel we need to be in that predicament. I really don't. I think we can control the tempo, the momentum, and keep ball in hand more than we're currently doing.
They seem to have some confidence though, to know that they can get themselves out of these.
I know, and the thing is, they actually do have confidence when we're down, and they do have belief and knowing that somebody's going to come up or take ball or do their thing, and that's a really good place to be in. And I don't want to be a Debbie Downer on that either, because it's definitely a strength of ours. But I think we can do. I know we can do more, and I don't feel, you know, once we get ourselves into the ability to be able to control whatever's happening, whether it's the body on the body, or, you know, if it's not on, we can reset and go again. That's when I think we'll be able to really take our game to another level. So there's room for improvement, which is really good, and we've got a couple of more weeks before we hit business end, so we should be able to make a dent in that.
You mentioned Carter, and I know she's standing over there,
Oh,
but
look
what a
at
game she had. She's had a good season, and what a cracking game today.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I suppose with poor Carla, I know she's standing over there, but there's the expectation, I think, not only from her teammates or us, or even probably the crowd, that we know she's going to get some ball, and she does. She's formidable in that, and she's a game breaker, and she hunts it, and she gets the ball, which is why she's classed as the best defender in the world. So we're really wrapped that she's on our side, an absolutely lovely person on top of it. So, you know, I think we, as I mentioned before, there's areas that I know we can improve on. We can't leave it to our defence, because sometimes we'll come up against an opposition that's not going to cough up too much. So we've got to, when we do have ball in hand, we've got to be able to do the job. So definitely want to improve on that.